Hey guys, welcome to the Revolution YouTube channel. My name is Ohema Bonsu and I am on Instagram at _Ohema Bonsu and here on YouTube at Ohema Bonsu. Welcome. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Conceal and Define foundation. I'm going to be showing you guys and swatching the last 8 shades. I will use them and I will do a wear test, come back at the end of the day and show you how the foundation held up. So if you want to see the swatches and the application process and how it looks at the end of a day, then keep on watching. Guys, so I'm going to start off with the shade 18. I'm going to swatch them on my face. I'm going to start on this side and end up on this side. And this way we can find which shade is our exact match, or at least very close to our shade match. Okay, so this is the shade 18. Next we're trying the shade 17. I think 17 has a much more cooler tone compared to 18. 17 is also looking like it could blend in very nicely. I'm gonna swatch shade 16. Next we're gonna swatch the shade 15. So next I'm gonna swatch the shade 14.5. Okay, so I'm swatching the shade 14 next. Okay, so I'm thinking now that I've swatched 14, that 14 would be a brightening concealer for me in conjunction with 14.5. Next we have the shade 13. Okay, and this is where I'm gonna stop my swatches. So I'm gonna go over it again. We have the shade 18, 17, 16, 15, 14.5, 14 and 13.5. This is 13.5. okay, looking at the shades on my face right now, I feel like the shade 16 will be a better match for me so that it's not too red. If I do need to, I can add a little bit of 18 in there. For now, I'm going to start off with using the shade 17 as my foundation shade, and we'll use that in a foundation routine and we'll see how 17 blends into my skin and how it looks. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I went ahead and primed my skin, and because I have oily skin, I always go ahead and add powder on top of my primer. That way it can help my foundation hold longer and last longer, and especially with it being summer, you want to summer proof your foundation. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of a translucent powder. If you're going to be doing this step, just remember that the more powder you use, the more mattified your face would be. And I just used a little bit and you can see it just gives me like a soft blurry focus kind of look going on. Okay, so it's time for foundation. I am gonna go in with the foundation 17, and I'm using 17 because I feel like the tone of 17 matches me a little bit better than 18. 18 is deeper, but it is a little too red on my skin. So I'm gonna go in with 17, and if I feel like I need to, I can add a little bit of 18 directly over it so it can give me a nice, beautiful, balanced look. So first I can blend a little bit of 17 into my left cheek, and we can see how that looks before we blend it all over our face. Yeah, I feel like 17 is a better match for us. So I'm going to go in with the shade 17. I absolutely love how big this doe foot is because you can apply foundation all over your face with ease. And also when it comes to the concealer part, it would be amazing. So if you're like me and there's some parts of your face that need color correcting, you can always go ahead and use the foundation that's a little warmer to color correct that part of your face. But I'm going to blend this in with a sponge. I'm just tapping it in because you don't want to rub the base that you just set off your face. So this is what 17 looks like on my skin. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of 18 around the edges of my face. Adding 18 to 17 gives me a beautiful balance. Almost like a slight bronze, you know what I mean? Okay, so let me know down below in the comments how you like this blend. I use a little bit of 17 and a little bit of 18 to achieve this complexion. You can see that the 18 is giving me that darker, almost bronzed look around the edges of my face, and the 17 is balancing out my face perfectly. So let me know down below in the comments how you're liking this blend. Okay, Okay, so next we're gonna go into the concealers. Okay, so this is essentially a concealer and foundation in one. There are over 50 shades for you to choose from, and the 50 shades allows you to be able to pick any one of them to match as closely to your skin tone as possible. We chose number 14 as our concealer shade and 14.5 as our brightening shade. So I am going in with the shade 14. I'm going to apply that to the areas of my face that I want to conceal, and I'll blend that in. We'll see how that looks. Because of how big the doe foot is, I'm only placing dots on my face, and then if I ever feel like I need more, I will go back in and get more. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in. Ooh, 14 is a good concealer shade. So I'm going back in to add more concealer to my face, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out. If you want a little bit more brightness under your eyes, you can go ahead and use a shade that is maybe 2 shades or 1 shade lighter than your concealer shade and put that directly under your eyes. I'm going to use the shade 14.5 because 14.5 is a really light shade compared to my original concealer shade. I'm just going to put like a dot under each eye. That's it. And then I'm going to blend that out just under the eyes. Okay guys, so this is the look that we're going for, okay? Not too bright, just right. If you're wondering what mirror I'm using, I'm actually using the Revolution Integrity palette, and it's this palette. And it has a giant mirror, so I'm using that as my mirror today. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using the Makeup Revolution Deep Dark Baking Powder. So as you can see, this is a beautiful, flawless base. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly do my eyes and my brows, and I'll be right back. Guys, so this is my finished look. So for my eyes, I used the Integrity palette from Makeup Revolution, and it's a very beautiful palette. I did something very simple yet colorful because I can never not do color. Like, my skin routine is done. So to recap, I used number 17 in the middle part on my face, and then I used number 18 on the outer parts of my face to help balance everything out. Then I used the shade 14 as my concealer shade, and I used the shade 14.5 to brighten my face a little bit, and I actually also use 14.5 as my eyeshadow base. So, you know, even though it's not a really super light base, it still picked up on the color really nicely. Okay, so right now I feel like my complexion is balanced. My head, my neck is completely balanced with my chest. So I'm gonna go run my errands, and I'll come back in a few hours so we can see how my face looks and how the foundation holds up. The time is now 1:30. I will see you guys in a few hours. Bye. Hi guys, so I am back. It is now 8 o'clock p.m. So I finished my makeup at 1:30 p.m. So it is now 6 hours and a half after I finished my makeup the first time. This is what my face looks like. Remember that I have oily skin, so you can clearly see the oil pooling around my nose, my forehead, my brows, the sides of my face. The only parts of my face that has cracked right now is my smile line right here. That's about it. The smile line over here is showing, but it hasn't cracked. This is not anything that a little powder cannot fix. Now, if you're someone who has normal skin or dry skin, I feel like this foundation will not look like this after 6, 7, 8, maybe 12 hours. It would look very good in you. But because I have oily skin, my face looks like this. Let me go ahead and show you how quickly I can fix this. Okay, so I'm taking some of my translucent no color powder, and I'm just going to tap the parts of my face that's oily. And right now I'm just using the brush on my face without going back in and getting more product, just tapping it all over my face, especially on my nose, because around the corners of my nose got really oily. You saw that. I'm just gonna brush over the part of my smile line that had cracked, just to make sure it smooths back out again. Okay, so this is what my face looks like after this very light powdering. You saw how quickly we put all this back together. So yeah, that's it for my show and tell review, swatches, and wear test of the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundations. There are 50 shades available. My name is Ohema Bonsu here on YouTube, and I'm also on Instagram at _Ohema Bonsu. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.